everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Broncos coming in at 8-5, going up against the Patriots, who come in at 9-4. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. Coming up, a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game between the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
On 3rd and short, this is Janovich. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Play clock winding down. He'll drop to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now the former Jet running back. This is Chris Ivory. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Then here's a look at the starting offense. On second down, Ivory. Always got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a nice run for the former undrafted free agent back in 2010, Chris Ivory.
And I think that's why we see the greatness in him. It was there. Just because he wasn't drafted didn't mean he wasn't a good player. But I think he uses that as fuel. Each and every run, an aggressive, strong run, catches out of the backfield. He's turned himself into a complete player.
And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. 11 yards for number 11. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Ivory, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Detroit! 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 Back
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's second down. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Derek Morgan came into the league as your traditional hand-in-the-ground defensive end. He's made the transition to outside linebacker, and he's done it quite well.
Second down following the incompletion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. A little track jump. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Finding Gabriel, complete. And the nifty hurdle allows him to snag the extra yardage for the first before the tackle.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. This is caught at the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
They come up in an offset out. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Second-year man, it's Melvin Gordon. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They'll have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The drive begins with a run by Ivory. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
They come out here in the eye. Again, they run. Again, it's Ivory. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, this is Ivory. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now he'll throw with Brady. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Here we go on fourth down now with Brady. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. An incredible play there on fourth down. 47 yards. They come out here in the eye. A running play now for Ivory. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Chris Ivory, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
All right, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to go up top again. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Devin McCourty picks it off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll give it up to Ivory. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Chris Ivory off to the races. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Chris Ivory on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Dancing to his left. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short. When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2nd and just 1. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. They'll drop to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They're going to look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, here's Brady. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Chris Ivory that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They slot Gronkowski outright. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start on the ground with Ivory. And some room to work. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Bulldozes past him, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. That's a prime example of how tough Chris Ivory can be to bring down.
He's so good that I think that he would last very well in a boxing gym. You know, because he's going to wear you down with those types of runs all game long. And if they can't start getting him on the ground quicker and more efficiently, they've got a long game in front of them.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They come out here in the I. The pitch comes to Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air.
Now, hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He'll look to throw. He hits the first-year man, Will Fuller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, did.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did. Yeah. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Here we go now. Let's go.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Will Fuller as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, they can just tighten.
That's what they want to do, tighten down everything they're doing, and then maybe explode at the right time.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This is Ivory. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out here in the eye. They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The final shot before half for Brady. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this is secured by the Patriots. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'm guaranteeing he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell, sell, sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to him.
And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. The rookie from Ohio State, Joey Bosa, in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Brady trying to lay one up deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting him to shreds.
Surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's second down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Rob Gronkowski with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, boom, boom. And he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Gronkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Back to the air here after the INT. And he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Here we go. Green, gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defender saw it and were able to knock it away.
This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan, and Thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A very solid gain of 27.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Rob Gronkowski with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Patriots are pouring it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This is Gordon on the dump off. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss.
That's caught at the 25. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. He's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far. When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. Now, on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and now it's third down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On third down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here we go.
They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come out here in the eye.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. So on third and goal, Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. 18 yards there and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. As Ikey'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And 4th down coming up. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
This is taken at the 15. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker...
He's got it at the 15. A huge play there for Denver. 55 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Virgil Green, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And this is secured by the Patriots. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
His pass caught at the 4. It'll be a gain of 4. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line. So it'll come out to the 25. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. On the right side, caught by Green. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, it's Brady. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now Brady throwing on second down. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Here's Brady to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look that. He goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Coney Ely in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. And now they're in the hurry-up. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. It's the backup Simeon. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And quickly they get to the line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Let's go.
Now a first down throw, Simeon. That's caught at the 2. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use it.
And this will be caught. It's Fowler. Touchdown, Broncos. Benny Fowler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, +3.
And the busy afternoon continues for Ivory. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
But he was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
To throw, it's Brady. They set up the screen to Ivory. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a toss. This is Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs. It'll happen big days.
They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10, Simeon again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right. Desperation time for Simeon on 4th. He's going to let it fly. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They have the big cushion, Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Brady going to look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You ever notice that when Tom Brady does get hit and drop to the ground, there's some guys back to him pretty quickly to check on his health, aren't there?
That's exactly right. For as much as he throws, doesn't take a lot of square shots, but took one there.
He's really smart in the pocket, isn't he? Even out of the pocket. He understands where the pressure is coming from. He senses people. You're exactly right. Doesn't take too many direct ones. But that one had to hurt.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Denver getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. After the interception, here's Simeon. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Back to the air, Simeon on 2nd down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. They come out here in the eye. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run for it. Ivory unable to bulldoze his way in, and the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And a little bit of a contact consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This is one of those games where you hate that anybody has to lose. So many points, so many great offensive outputs individually and collectively, but somebody had to go down.
And even the losing team had fun, although they won't admit it to us here in the media. But they had a blast, because that kind of football, back and forth, touchdown after touchdown, it's fun for everyone. But the winning team, they had a little bit more fun than everyone else.
So for the Pats, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.
Bass stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed, the hip-hop sizzle and Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast and then move west, now down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York, hold those then throw your hands up. Pass me a cup of the club with the juice in the get bent out. Then I'ma slide with it to my body and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to take it slow, working hard, cake and dough. Open up 24, we striving for that goal. I'll stop for nothing, I will play this game. seclorum, e pluribus unum. They changing climates and replacing humans and fracking soils while bulldozing forests. But they can't defeat us, they could not destroy us.
Are we dreaming the same dream of money, guns, and gasoline?
For the average team, CFOs are after cream. GMOs extracting genes with everyone on my TPS.
Giants, everything is shaking through the walls. 'Cause we are giants, giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one. Get some.
the world where you and me will show our hearts yet entirely. Deliver me from reality and take me